real hard as long as you have the ability to throw strikes.
A grounder to third, fielded by the third baseman, and a nice throw to first. That is the first out of the inning for the Lady Jacks, number 22, Weeks. Hannah Weeks able to field that ground ball at third, make a nice throw to first.
Outstanding job right there. That's exactly what you want to start the ball game off inside the circle.
So one down in the top of the first, 0-0 your score. Warren taking on the DeWitt Dragonetts.
And a lot of times early. And there's kind of the case right there, Rob. That's what you get sometimes when you're not throwing as hard as some of these other pitchers. Lauren's doing a great job throwing strikes, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day. You can throw 100 miles an hour, but if you can't throw it across the plate, you're not doing anybody any good. Right here, she's throwing the ball in the strike zone. DeWitt is getting out on their front foot, and right there she just jerked that foul down the third baseline. So things are working well right here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That ball popped up to the left side. Weeks heads over along with Bernard, but that ball gets out of play to the left side.
And now with a 1-2 count right here, Rob, expect Lauren to go somewhere just in the dirt, somewhere to try to get this young lady from DeWitt, Shayna Young, to chase right here with 2 strikes on her.
And this is one of those spots, Chris, as well, where not having your starting catcher back there could come into play. There is a grounder again to third. Weeks has it, throws it to first. Throw high, it will get away. DeWitt's going to take second base. Not going to be a play there. So fielded the ball nicely, just let the ball sail on her a little bit. And unfortunately, that turns into that'll be an error on Weeks.
Well, and part of that, Rob, the 60-foot bases right here in high school softball. Mistakes fielding the ball cleanly can really hurt you. Hannah Weeks did the best she could right there. She came up firing, a little off target, but all in all, that's not a bad deal on her part. And right here, you see the batter at the plate with the work gloves. That's Lumberjack fans will remember that. A young man, Matt Pace, who went on to have a very, very solid college career on the baseball diamond for the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. He wore batting gloves similar to that. This is Morgan Vaughn. This is who's going to be pitching, and we're not real sure if this is the young lady we've heard about.
Well, she was warming up before the game. That is a strike right there. To number 79, Morgan. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped up. It's going to be shallow center. That ball is going to drop. So the runner will advance to third. Can we get it in quick enough? It looks like we can. Bernard has it at short. Gets it back to Bennett on the pitcher's rubber. So now DeWitt has runners at the corners with just one out.
It's a tough spot right there for that ball. That, I believe, was Kennedy Nelson out there in center field. I do believe she was charging that ball as hard as she could. Couldn't quite pull it in. Got a courtesy runner right here for DeWitt's pitcher.
Looks like number 15, Riley Hearn, is going to come in and be the courtesy runner for number 79, Morgan, who we expect will get the start on the rubber for the Dragonetts. Here's the pitch from Bennett. The runners will go. We may have the first run of the ball game, and we do. She is safe in at home. And the Dragonetts take the lead 1-0. Runner advances to second. So with just one down here in the top of the first, DeWitt has a runner on second, and they're up 1-0.
And Rob, right there, that's where it hurts you not having your normal starting catcher back there. Just drop and block, one of the toughest things in baseball to do. That ball was able to get to the backstop.
That ball catches the inside.
Good pitch right
part
there.
of the plate. Ball gets away from the pitcher, but luckily second baseman, number 15, Selena Rado, is there. Here's the pitch. A line shot to Bernard. She's got it. That's the second out of the inning. Nice play by Bernard at short.
Very good job right there. Had the awareness to check the runner back to second base. You've got 2 outs right here in this inning.
So 2 down, top of the first. Lady Jacks wearing orange, currently in the infield. That's a strike. Nice way to start off
Lauren Bennett
this at bat.
Lauren Bennett has been fantastic right now with her pitch placement so far here in the top of the first inning. She's done a great job.
At the plate for DeWitt, Laura Gill. That pitch also across the plate, 0-2 count.
And in baseball, Rob, you'll understand this. It's tough to hit that inside pitch. Okay, and these DeWitt batters are up in the box. They're trying to adjust to the timing of this pitch.
Grounder going to be foul, just foul, a couple inches.
That's another situation where she got out on her front foot right there, pitch inside. All she could do with it was roll that thing down the third baseline. Lauren Bennett doing a great job right here.
Starting it off with some very accurate pitching. Here's the 0-2 pitch, just inside. Not a bad pitch there.
Not at all.
With an 0-2 count.
Not at all. Great pitch right there, 0-2 with 2 outs.
Dyer set behind the plate. Here's the pitch. A grounder to third. Weeks has it. Picks it up, makes the throw to first. That is the third out of the inning. Nice job by Weeks. And a nice job by Bennett to get out of that one. 1-0. We're going to the bottom of the first. The Jacks will start it off. Chrissy Dyer will lead it off for the Jacks. Then it'll be Brittany Bernard and Selena Jurado, we believe. We'll be back in just a few moments, folks, with the start of the bottom of the first.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com. We're bringing Lady Jack softball to you this afternoon. And the Jacks, right now, Lady Jacks are down 1-0 going into the bottom of the first. And the pitcher that we've all heard about from DeWitt, Morgan, will be getting the start here for the Dragonetts. Looks like Chrissy Dyer is going to lead it off for the Lady Jacks. Dyer getting the start behind the plate tonight. Sarah King is out, as we said before during pregame, after a pretty tough collision this weekend during the El Dorado tournament. But the Jacks did a nice job that last inning of getting out of it with just one run surrendered.
Yeah, one run. It was unearned off of one hit, one error, and DeWitt left one stranded. Lauren Bennett got out of it with 17 pitches.
That pitch pretty fast, but inside. That'll be a 1-0 count.
And you can see the difference in velocity here. Kind of our fans, our viewers at home can kind of see what we're talking about. The difference, in some of these teams in high school softball, and we're not real sure this is the same girl. A lot of times early in the season, you'll see teams use a variety of different pitchers, but her velocities, it's pretty impressive.
And that pitch is called a strike on the outside corner, makes it a 1-1 count. Here is the 1-1 pitch from Morgan. A swing and a miss from Dyer, 1-2 count. And that speed is definitely a lot quicker than what these girls are probably going to see all year, to be honest.
And what we're seeing, this is a softball 12 inches in diameter, coming from 43 foot at somewhere around 60 miles an hour. That gets on you in a hurry.
That pitch dropped by the catcher. Dyer's going to run to first, but the catcher makes a nice throw, and that is the first out of the bottom of the first. Up next for the Lady Jacks will be number 3, the shortstop, Brittany Bernard.
Kind of looked overmatched right there in that first at bat. It'll slow down to them as the game progresses. Seeing it a time through.
1 out, bottom of the first. A swing and a miss from Bernard. 0-1 count now.
And we know the DeWitt Dragonetts, they participated in a tournament that Sylvan Hills put on. They played at Lone Oak. Apparently they had 2 different pools. Don't know how they resulted in that.
That pitch up and out. Makes it a 1-1 count to Bernard.
And, of course, Warren participated in the Lady Wildcat Classic at El Dorado this weekend. Won a game versus Drew Central, dropped games versus Smackover, Harmony Grove, and had a contest with Magnolia. They were not able to finish because of the injury to Sarah King.
And that ball gets away from the DeWitt catcher. It will be, I believe, a 2-1 count. And that's what you have to do here, Chris. It's really still, I know the speed and velocity is a lot quicker, but you're going to have to still make her work to throw strikes.
Exactly.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Grounder up the middle. Nice gloves by Morgan. And that will be the second out of the bottom of the first. Up next, number 15, Selena Jurado for the Lady Jacks.
Now, Selena's a transfer from Hermitage High School. She played down there for us last season. A solid little softball player, and she'll be able to help this Warren Lady Jack club hitting in the 3-hole for them right here.
She gets set with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. DeWitt has a 1-0 lead. That pitch high, 1-0 count. And, of course, we have baseball and soccer going on today. The boys' soccer team playing over at the football field, and the Lumberjacks, as we can actually see them from our vantage point. We'll try to give you a score update. That ball fouled off to the right side, makes it a 1-1 count.
It looks right now, Rob, that DeWitt has a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning on the baseball Lumberjacks.
So a bit of a mirror image right now between these two games going on. Here's the pitch, and that is a ball.
Nice pitch selection right there by Selena at the plate. Getting the start at second base today for the Lady Lumberjacks.
Morgan sets up for this pitch. Fouled off to the right side. You can see just a bit late there.
And Selena's a junior. She's had a chance to see some quality pitching throughout her high school career. Down at Hermitage again in her first year here with Warren. On first glance, this appears to be a pretty young Warren Lady Jack ball club.
Here's the pitch. Grounder to the second baseman. She fields it, throws it to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Lady Jacks go down 1-2-3. We'll go into the top of the 2nd inning. Jacks down 1-0. We'll be back in a second on SalinRiverTV.com's presentation of Lumberjack Live. Lady Jacks versus DeWitt. Coming up, top of the 2nd.
Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back, top of the 2nd inning. First pitch outside. That makes it a 1-0 count. Jacks currently down by a score of 1-0. Again, here in the top of the 2nd.
Still not bad pitch placement right there by.
Line drive to left field. That's down. That could be trouble. Let's see if Sledge can hold her. Left fielder Peyton Sledge. That's going to be a stand-up double for number 6 of DeWitt. And that is Ashley Gill.
And that's just kind of the nature of the beast sometimes when you don't have a real dominant pitcher there in the circle. A lot of teams face that. Peyton Sledge did a good job defending it well.
All right, so no outs. That pitch a called strike, 0-1 count now.
Again, fantastic pitch placement right there by Lauren Bennett.
Bennett gets set for the 0-1 pitch. That pitch high makes it a 1-1 count. 1-1 count, top of the 2nd. Lady Jacks down 1-0 to the DeWitt Dragonetts. Weeks can't get to it. Bernard can't either. It's short. So one more run is going to come in. That'll make it 2-0. A nice piece of hitting right there by number 28, Deshauna Jamison.
We looked like we were a little unsure there on the cut back into the infield. We threw that back to second base. May have had a shot right there. That ball hit into shallow left field. May have had a shot at the plate, but give up the run and live to fight another day here.
So DeWitt has a runner on first, as you can see in the right part of your screen right there. Runner on first. That will be was that a called strike?
That's a ball. DeWitt's doing a good job being selective at the plate. Lauren Bennett's doing a good job of putting the softball out there. You'd see a lot of high school softball teams here early in the year swinging at some of these offerings.
So the DeWitt batter having a little bit of discussion. She's going to square around for the bunt. Backs off. Runner goes. Dyer. Oh, just couldn't quite get the tag down. I think she was out had that catch been made.
Definitely. Deshauna Jamison there on the steal for the DeWitt Dragonetts. Selena Gerardo just couldn't pull it in there at second base. Nice throw by Chrissy Dyer.
Yeah, for someone who hasn't been playing that position much this year, really hasn't been all that prepared for it, or hasn't been preparing for it as a starter would. That's a veteran throw. That pitch low for a ball. And we'll see the sun, as you can see, Peyton Sledge out there holding the glove up in front of her eyes. The sun starting to lower here in the sky, live from Warren, Arkansas. And we'll see here that ball popped up into left. It's going to be in foul territory. Bernard can't quite get there, and it will fall foul. But the sun obviously could play a factor here for left fielders in this ball game, or even third baseman and shortstops.
It may have been an issue there. Of course, Brittany Menard's got her visor on. I believe Peyton Sledge does as well, but still it's difficult dealing with that sun when you've got a big yellow softball hanging up there.
That ball hit to left. It's going to get down. Jamison being waved home, but she will finally stop. The runner goes towards second, and she will take it. Number 11, Kelsey Horton, with the – see, that'll probably be counted what is a single.
Yeah, that's a single right there, and that ball was kind of hidden in no man's land. Similar to that single in the first inning by Vaughn, DeWitt's pitcher. Really no way you can defend it.
Sure, and now DeWitt has runners on second and third here in the top of the second inning. They've got a 2-0 lead, threatening once again with one out. And that pitch is going to call it strike. So 0-1 count now to number 16, Cammie Orman. On deck for DeWitt is number 5, Randy Hester, who is what they call the flex.
No, Randy Hester won't be hitting, Rob. She's getting DH4
okay.
by the young lady at third, Deshauna Jamison.
You may have to explain a little what the flex is to me. It's a certain softball term here in high school softball. And that will score a run there as well, so that makes it 3-0.
Yeah, just another single, a solid hit single right there, driving in a run. We'll have a first and third situation. The designated player is what it's called in softball. That's the designated hitter, the DP. She will hit for a young lady in the field. That young lady that's being hit for will be called the flex in the lineup, which is what we've got. It just so happens that Randy Hester, who's starting in center field, is the flex in this ball game for DeWitt, and Deshauna Jamison is hitting for her as the designated player. So we've got a 3-0, 4-0, 3-0 ball game. Excuse me, here in Warren.
3-0 the score. That pitch, a called strike on the inside corner. The runner is able to advance to second base. So one down here in the top of the second. DeWitt now has runners at second and third. And number 3, Lauren Pace at the plate.
And we're still here with no outs, Rob, so we've got to get out of this jam right here.
Here's the pitch from Bennett. A liner to center. That will fall. 2 runs could score. They're going to hold one runner, so that'll make it 4-0. 4-0 now the score. As DeWitt extending that lead even further. And the Lady Jacks going to have to watch out here. This inning, it could be one of those that kind of blows things out of hand too early.
You're exactly right.
And we've talked about this before. Softball has a tendency to be a much quicker ball game than high school baseball does, and you can go into one inning down by just 1 run, and the next inning come out down by 7 to 15. It really just depends.
Batter right there by DeWitt doing a good job of staying out of the way of that pitch.
So at bat right now, number 3, Lauren Pace. That pitch, called the ball.
And DeWitt doing a much better job right here staying patient at the plate. They're staying back. They're trying to find a pitch they can hit hard, and they've been able to do that.
Here's the pitch from Bennett. A swing and a miss. That will be a strike.
We've seen a double to start off the inning for DeWitt and 4 straight singles.
That pitch high for a ball. Again, top of the second inning.
Got a 3-1 count here. This is Shayna Young, who's the catcher for the DeWitt Dragonetts.
That pitch popped up to the left side. Dyer behind the plate trying to get to it, but that ball's going to get over the fence and foul. Nice job right there by Chrissy Dyer reading that ball. A lot of catchers have to kind of learn just to hear where it's going to go, not necessarily be able to pick it up with vision. It is pretty tough like that. So very oftentimes you can pick out what direction the ball is going in just off the sound of the bat. Nice job. That ball hammered to left, but it's going to be clearly foul well over the left field fence.
Another instance right there, getting way out on the front foot. Not able to quite get it timed up. Need a big out right here. Love to get a strikeout right here at the plate, full count. Need the first out of the inning.
So Young gets set in the box. Steps out. Ball comes in. Back to the umpire. Now Young back in the box. Here's the pitch from Bennett. Popped up to left field. Sledge and Bernard trying to find it. Bernard can't quite get there. And that's 2 that's kind of fallen in that area. Tough plays to make with the sun. But
2 that both really need to be outs recorded, though, for the Lady Lumberjacks.
Still no outs here in the top of the second inning. DeWitt has runners on second and third. That pitch high for a ball. So now the bases are loaded.
And a nice sequence right there by Lauren Bennett. Got to be a little bit frustrated to lose her right there to the walk. But gutty performance right there to battle with her at the plate. And now you've got DeWitt's 3-hole hitter here at the plate. They'll courtesy run for their catcher.
Looks like number 7, Michaela White, will come in to be the courtesy runner. So DeWitt has the bases loaded with no outs. That pitch inside, a 1-0 count.
Vaughn singled in her last at bat, drove in the first run of the ball game. Warren was only down 1-0 going into the second inning.
Here's the pitch to Vaughn inside. 2-0 count now. And DeWitt with a chance here with the bases loaded, no outs. And usually in most high school diamond sports baseball and softball, typically most of your ace pitchers, and that's a shot to the second baseman. Gerardo cannot get to it in time. Actually, it hits the glove, bounces out. Tough play to make, but would have been a nice out to have if you're Bennett.
Oh, definitely. If that ball needs to be caught, that's E4 right there, and would have been the second out of the inning.
Run,
first out of the inning.
Yeah, 1 run does come in, so that makes it 5-0.
And things have a tendency to do that now when stuff's not going real well. It kind of snowballs on you. Warren needs something good to happen right here.
And get a ground ball and a force out at home. That pitch low, 1-0 count now. And DeWitt's number 14. Is it Katie Cohen, I believe, is now at the plate. Here's the pitch. That is inside. 2-0 count now. 2-0 count, top of the second. Still no outs in this inning. Lady Jacks down 5-0 to the DeWitt Dragonetts. That ball popped up to the left side. Going to be out of play, foul. Nobody's going to get to that one. So picked up strike by Bennett. Lady Jacks shortstop and second baseman both playing a little deeper. The first baseman and third baseman playing up. That ball in there for a strike. Nice pitch right there from Bennett.
A very nice pitch, and Lawrence tried to work inside. It's been a point they've been trying to stress all day. she's gotten some calls there. She's missed too far inside here lately, but a nice pitch right there.
That ball hit liner to left. Sledge just misses it in left field. It's going to go all the way to the fence. And several runs coming in.
Clears the bases there, Rob. That's a single and E7.
So a 3-run RBI there. Well, actually not triple, single with an error. And that was number 14, Katie Cohen, gets those RBIs. Now makes the score 8-0. DeWitt building up a big lead here early in this ball game. And the Jacks really needing to get an out here just to kind of get a little bit of momentum, positive momentum, not necessarily to retake this game right now. You got to just build on what you have and maybe just pick up an out here. That pitch, ball one, 1-0 count.
Lauren, she's not getting some calls here. We don't have a real good view where we're at in the press box, but she's got to be close on a lot of these pitches now.
Maybe just missing a little low. That ball actually going to be high, so 2-0 count now. DeWitt has a runner again at third base, as you can see. Runner at third with no outs in the top of the second. That pitch inside. Now, is that 3-0 count?
That's 3-0.
3-0 count, no outs in the top of the second. Here's the pitch.
Nice pitch there.
That is a strike. 3-1 now the count.
Of course, with a 3-0 count right there, Laura Gill probably had the hold sign from third base coach here.
Here's the pitch from Bennett. Another shot to left, but well foul, and again DeWitt still way out in front.
Exactly, way out front, a little bit too aggressive. The coaches for this DeWitt team, Bobby Peaks and Austin Winters. Of course, Warren has a new head softball coach.
That pitch going to get away from Dyer inside. Really not much you can blame on Dyer right there behind the plate.
Just a wild pitch right there. Allows that run to score, walks Gill, and we've seen the Dragonetts bat around here in the top of the second.
So now the score 9-0. DeWitt on top of the Lady Jacks. Still no outs. And now DeWitt has a runner on first base. And up steps to the plate, Ashley Gill, number 6. Gill steps into the box. Here's the pitch. Low, that gets away from Dyer. And so the runner will advance to second. Now another runner in scoring position. Excuse me, another runner in scoring position. With no outs in the top of the second. DeWitt has a 9-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Ball hits a left field. Sledge. She's got it underneath it, and that is the first out of the inning. Nice play right there by the left fielder, Peyton Sledge, number 20.
Yeah, great job right there by Peyton Sledge. She obviously, you could see she read that one off the bat pretty well, able to get underneath it, record the first out of the inning.
So one down now. Let's see if we can build upon that. Again, DeWitt has a runner on second base. You can see at the top of your screen. Pitch hammered. That's going to be a fair ball. Runner's going to obviously score on this one. Sledge has it. Nothing she can do about that. And the runner has a stand-up double. That was number 28, Deshauna Jamison, with another nice hit.
That's Jamison's second hit of the game, her second RBI. She singled earlier in this inning.
So now the score is 10-0. That ball high and outside. 1-0 count. And up to the plate is number 11, and that is Kelsey Horton. Bennett set for the pitch, and that is high and outside. So Lady Jacks battling to get out of this inning. This is obviously going to be a tough one to take. Chris came into this one still well in this ball game, within reach, and now all of a sudden DeWitt has a 10-0 lead in the top of the second with just one out.
And it's kind of what we spoke about early in the game, Rob. The first inning went by pretty fast. Only one hit, had an error in the field, but able to get 2 ground outs and a line out to short to get out of the first inning. since then, the Dragonetts have been able to kind of time it down a little better. They're doing a better job staying back on the softball. And we're seeing a lot of hits that you just can't defend. You can't defend a line drive down the line.
Number 16, Cammie Orman at the plate. Now has a 1-1 count after that strike.
And Lauren Bennett's pitched well now. She's had some balls hit that should have been fielded better. I know there have been a number of errors here in this inning. Another good pitch right there.
Now a 1-2 count.
So definitely she doesn't shoulder the burden of this 10-0 deficit.
Here's the pitch. Popped over Bernard. It's going to be a bloop. Jamison will hold at third. Now DeWitt has the bases juiced, all loaded up, with still just one out. Tough one to take right there. Shallow left field, extreme shallow. Really, obviously, Peyton Sledge in left field had no chance at that one. That's got to be your shortstop's ball, if anybody, and it's still a tough play to make. A swing and a miss, 0-1.
We've seen that same kind of deal about 3 times now. Just a little blooper that gets over there into shallow left center. We're back to the leadoff spot right here for the Dragonetts.
That ball hit to center field, and it will get down. 1 run's going to come in. 2 runs are going to come in. A runner will advance to third. So now the score is 12-0. DeWitt opening up a big lead on the Lady Jacks. And up next, with runners at second and third, number 2, Shawnee Young, actually, I apologize, Shawnee Young. Fouls that one off, 0-1 the count with just 1 out, runners at second and third. Again, way out in front of that one, hammers it foul. So top of the second, Lady Jacks struggling to get out of the top of the second with a lot of damage already done. Chris, 12-0 the score. And DeWitt's doing a nice job. They're putting balls in play. A couple of mistakes have been made, but to be honest, DeWitt's just hit the baseball.
You're exactly right, and that's kind of the chance you take in games like this.
That ball popped foul, 2 strikes.
You understand with the pitching situation they're going to put it in play. You just hope they hit it to where you can defend it. And, as we mentioned, it's hard to defend a line drive down the line.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Bennett. A low 1-2 count.
It's got to be a little bit frustrating for Lauren Bennett, still young, only a 10th grader, I believe. She's made some nice pitches. She's had some balls that should have been outs that they couldn't quite make plays on. And that's something that'll come with come with repetitions, come with games. Nice pitch right there.
Swing and a miss. Dyer throws it to first, and that is the second out of the inning. 1 run is going to come in. So that makes it 13-0. Now there's 2 outs, chance to get out of this one. Hopefully with no more damage done than has already been done.
Exactly. And we've got this is the second at bat of here, the second inning for Morgan Vaughn, their 3-hole hitter. She has singled Rob, and then she reached on an error by the second baseman here earlier in the second inning.
So 2 outs, top of the second. That pitch popped up. Gerardo has it, and that is the 3rd out. We're going to the bottom of the second. Jack's going to try to get some runs on the board. We'll be back. Lady Jacks down 13-0.
Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back. You're watching Lumberjack Live. on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. Chris, Lady Jacks going into the bottom of the second inning, top of the inning, not kind to them at all, 13-0. Now the score, DeWitt on top of Warren. Really, as we talked about before the break, DeWitt just hitting the softball.
Well, they did. They started out the inning right there, Rob, with 5 straight hits, a double and 4 straight singles. Had 2 errors, 2 Lady Jack errors that kind of contributed to the cause. And then as the inning progressed, we started having trouble throwing strikes. Walked 3 batters there late in the top of the second. But a good job getting out of it by Lauren Bennett, striking out the 2-hole hitter, Young for the Dragonetts, and then getting Morgan Vaughn, their pitcher, to pop up to second base for the 3rd out of the inning.
We're about to get started. Number 22, I believe Hannah Weeks, the 3rd baseman for the Lady Jacks, going to step up to the plate. Here's Vaughn's pitch. Fouled off to the right side just behind that one.
A nice job right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little late right there on the swing, still trying to time down the velocity here. But now there's nothing saying that Warren can't have the same success DeWitt had. It just, you've got to see the pitcher, you've got to see the velocity, and understand how to time it up a little better.
Got to have quick hands. That's the battle you face when you match up against a pitcher that does have a lot of velocity to offer. You just have to have quick hands and quick decision making. And the important thing is not to get too nervous and just start swinging away. You got to make smart. Have a smart at bat every time you go up there.
And apparently they called the check swing a strike there. I had it down as a ball, but that's strike 3 on Hannah Weeks. Well, maybe not. Here we go. We were right, Rob. That's only 2 strikes.
There you go. You had it right. That's what we pay you for. You're getting it right. So Weeks still has 2 strikes on her now, but still alive. Morgan Vaughn on the rubber for DeWitt. That pitch low for a ball. No outs. Bottom of the second. Jacks going to try to fight back from a 13-0 deficit. Here's the pitch. That pitch is high. He checks the swing, and she is successful at checking that swing. First base umpire says she did not go around, so she stays alive. Vaughn said, here's the pitch. That is a ball, I believe. So she does take first base. And a chance to start something here for the Lady Jacks.
A nice job right there by Hannah Weeks working that count and drawing the walk. See DeWitt's pitcher a little bit frustrated there.
Number 16 for the Lady Jacks, Reynolds, steps up to the plate.
And we're still trying to nail down a first name for this young lady. We'll try to get that as soon as we have it.
Runner thought about going but decides not to.
Shows the bunt there. And that's one thing I've been surprised we haven't seen more. Softball's a game where a lot of it's played by laying down bunts, slap bunts, and things like that. You can see the
third baseman up very far on the left side of your screen. That pitch. And the first runner at first is able to get back safely. You can see that third baseman for DeWitt is playing up pretty far. She was even further up a few seconds ago.
Well, and that's normally the depth you see a lot of softball third basemen play. They have to anticipate the bunt.
And that is strike 3.
Yeah,
so 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
Really looked kind of overmatched there at the plate.
Number 19, Kennedy Nelson.
In the top of the second, Rob, DeWitt was able to score 12 runs. 11 of them were earned off 9 hits, 2 Lady Lumberjack errors, and the Dragonetts left 1 stranded on base. So a big offensive inning for them.
That's the kind of the nightmare scenario if you're a Lady Jack. Didn't want to see that happen.
Of just hitting the softball. They just hit the softball.
Here's the pitch from Vaughn. That's a strike. No, it's going to be called low, a ball. Again, tough for us to see depth or the height on the ball here. So Nelson steps back into the box. 1 runner on first. 1 out. Shows bunt. That ball popped foul.
Got to keep that bat barrel high, trying to lay down the bunt. If you lower that thing below your hands, that ball is just going to go straight up into the air, and that's what happened right there. That's one thing you can't have is a bunt into the air. The thing gets caught and you get doubled up in a hurry.
And everything, every good hitting instructor will tell you just got to not necessarily try to bunt at the ball, which causes a lot of pop-ups. You got to just try to catch it with the bat.
Exactly.
Squares around a bunt. That will be a strike. Runner goes.
Nice throw.
And she is out clearly at second. So tough break right there. That makes it 2 outs for the Lady Jacks. That runner was that Weeks, I believe, was on first. Unable to get in there in second without a nice throw by the catcher, by the way.
Great throw by Young right there for the Dragonetts.
Fouled off for a strike. Again, Vaughn's velocity really playing a factor right now. Lady Jacks at the plate. And really, we're seeing a tale of two different pitchers. I know Lauren Bennett's done a great job so far. She's been accurate, although, I know they've got, and that is the third out of the inning. We're going to the top of the third. Lady Jacks down 13-0. Got to hold DeWitt here and then try to get back in there in the bottom of the third. We'll be back after these messages. Don't go anywhere. You're watching SaloonRiverTV.com's presentation of Lumberjack Live, Lady Jack Softball.
Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Jacks down here in the bottom of top of the third now by the score of 13-0. We got an update on the boys' score.
Oh, what it looks like from here is 1-0 DeWitt still in the bottom of the third. So that game's moving along real quick over there. They're matching our pace here at the softball game.
Here we go with the top of the third. Lady Jacks trying to hold DeWitt. Again, if DeWitt is able to score 2 more runs here and make it 15-0, if the Lady Jacks did not score in the bottom of the inning and it was a 15-run deficit, that game would be over because it is a mercy rule.
15 after 3, 10 after 5 here in high school baseball and softball.
And this game flying right now, 43 minutes according to my clock. So much faster pace than what we saw at the weekend. That ball popped up, a chance for a quick out. Dyer just can't quite get there.
Yeah, those are plays that got to make, especially in situations like this.
And that's a tough play for the pitcher, the first baseman, and the catcher. They're all kind of merging into one area, but you got to make that catch. Somebody's got to make that catch.
That's something you work on in practice. Yeah. Work on that 3-man chase. You got to be able to field that softball right there.
Here's the pitch. Popped up, another chance for an out. Dyer just hits the fence. No chance there for a catch.
And, of course, a lot of it, too, worth pointing out, Chrissy Dyer's normally not their catcher.
Sure.
Their starting catcher, Sarah King's not here, been hurt. And we wish her well. Hope she's able to get back out here soon.
Dyer typically plays a lot of spends a lot of time in the outfield, I believe in center. She may play some in right and also plays a good bit. She practiced a good bit at short. That ball caught by the center fielder. That is number 19, Kennedy Nelson. Nice play by Nelson.
Very nice job, and you'll see our viewers at home may be able to see this. Warren's got a big shift on in the outfield. They're playing for the pull, which is what happens normally when you've got a pitcher like Lauren Bennett. And that's okay. That's what you want. They hit the ball hard, but Warren was able to defend it.
And that pitch is a ball, 1-0 count. So 1 down in the top of the third. Lady Jacks down 13-0. You don't have a scoreboard on your screen, so I'll keep you updated if you're just joining us. That ball low.
And now it's worth pointing out,
count.
Lauren Bennett's only walked 3 people in this entire ball game. She's doing what she needs to do from inside the circle to give her team a chance.
Well, I know there's been a couple of errors, but really DeWitt's earned their score so far.
They have, and that's the chance you take sometimes. But she's throwing strikes. She's not giving away freebies, and that's what you want.
Here's the pitch, popped up to center. Actually, the second base is going to fall kind of in no man's land once again. The second baseman, Gerardo, was there.
Yeah, again,
close, but not able to pick it up. Sun may have also played a factor there, but that's a tough location. And really, that's been the story: hard hits and bloopers so far for DeWitt.
That kind of goes back to that three-man chase you work on, and that ball's really got to be caught. You got to have somebody that's taking charge and want to come get it. It looked like we had three young ladies kind of uncertain about what was going on there.
That last pitch called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Grounder to Weeks at third. She picks it up, goes for the force at second, and it gets by the second baseman. So the runner will advance to third. Another tough one to take if you're Lauren Bennett on the pitching rubber for the Lady Jacks. That should be a pretty sure out.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And that, the throw was kind of behind Selena Gerardo at second base. Probably needs to come off and catch that thing. But a tough break right there.
So runners at the corners. Runner goes to second. She'll take second. Still one down. Top of the third. 13-0 is scored. DeWitt on top of the Lady Jacks. That pitch low for a ball. Dyer does a nice job right there of dropping and blocking. Again, this is a pretty tough spot for Chrissy Dyer to be in. Not expecting to play catcher much this season, but with Sarah King out, you got to have somebody back there, and she finds the job, and so far not doing a bad job of it for the Lady Jacks. As we said, DeWitt's just really putting the bat on the ball, and defensively, Warren again has made a couple of errors. We'll tally it up at the end and see where we stand on the error count, but again, nothing you can do about some of these hits. Here's the pitch. That is a strike. So Lauren Bennett gets set. Here's the pitch. That's high ball. And number 28, Jamison, will walk. And up next, looks like we're going to have possibly a pinch hitter, number 8. Alyssa Reeves is going to step up to the plate for the Dragonetts.
Going to bat right here in the place of Kelsey Horton.
Base is loaded. And that pitch inside 1-0 count. And I think right now DeWitt's coaching staff seeing that this game, with the scores on their side, a chance to get some younger players some reps. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. Stick with us in between the inning. I have a few announcements to make. That ball grounded. Bernard steps on to second. One run will come in, so now runners at the corners. So it's 14-0 now the score.
He's telling you substitutions. Don't worry about it. You're right.
Here's the pitch. And that is a called strike.
We've got Caitlin Wilson right here pinch hitting for Orman in the 9 hole for the Dragonetts. Again, as you mentioned, DeWitt trying to get everybody in and out.
That pitch, Dyer's going to throw it to second, a chance to get that out. And the ball, I believe, is dropped.
Yeah, the ball came out there.
So that 15th run will score. And a tough break right there for the second baseman, Selena Gerardo. Just you're trying to put that tag down there. Got to really put both hands on the ball, get the glove, put the right hand into the glove, holding the ball, and unfortunately the ball just gets barely knocked out. And the runner is safe, and the run does score. So 15-0. Now the score. That pitch inside for a ball. Here's Bennett's pitch. Grounded. That'll be a fair ball. One more run probably going to come in. Sledge has it, gets it in. Bernard throwing it to second for a chance for an out, but the runner is going to have a stand-up double. Nice piece of hitting right there by number 13, Caitlin Wilson of DeWitt. So now 16-0 the score. Let's see here. Number 7, Michaela White, up to the plate for DeWitt. Here's the pitch. High, 1-0 count. Again, 2 outs, top of the third. DeWitt with a big lead. Right now, if Warren did not score, I believe, at least 2 runs, correct, Chris? It would be a mercy rule win for DeWitt in the bottom of the game.
They're going to have to get it to at least 16-2 and get it under 15 runs. Try to keep this game going.
That ball hit line. Bernard has it. That's the 3rd out of the inning. Nice catch by Brittany Bernard to end that one. All right, Chris, we're actually not going to take a commercial break. We're going to stick here and tell you a little bit about more what's coming up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much again for joining us on SalinaRiverTV.com. This game still have the bottom of the 3rd to go. The Lady Jacks need to score at least 2. Again, at least 2 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd to be able to stay alive here in this ball game. And as Chris and I have talked about as he's tallying up that last inning, DeWitt's just really hitting the softball right now.
Well, they are, and right there, that inning was frustrating. Scored 2 runs, both earned off 2 hits and 2 errors. These errors that they're making, those are chances for outs.
Sure. And
chances to get out of innings without some of these runs scoring, and that's that's a little disappointing. But that's something they'll improve in as they go. They've only been playing for 2 weeks now. And as we talked about in the baseball game Saturday, Rob, they have the disadvantage almost of having to play a round-robin conference schedule. They have to play each team in this conference twice. They play a home and home with each of them, so they have to start conference play early. Nobody else really in this area is playing conference baseball and softball games right now. But Warren and DeWitt here are having to on the 2nd week of the season. And sometimes you see defensive issues, you see some fundamental issues early, but just because of that. A lot of these girls hadn't got a lot of practice time. Both these teams probably had some young ladies playing basketball that didn't get out here late. And they'll work on it. They'll get there. Still early on in the year for them.
Again, we have several other games going on in the city of Warren today with Warren High School sports happening. The Lumberjack soccer team playing today. I don't think the Lady Jack soccer team is playing this afternoon. Typically, they'd play at 5 o'clock game, and then the Lumberjack soccer team would play at 7. But tonight, I believe the Lumberjacks are playing at 5, so that game about 20 minutes in. I don't have a score update for you, but do we have a score update on the baseball game?
It looks like DeWitt is up 2-0 here in the top of the 4th on the Warren Lumberjacks. So kind of a
good ball game.
Disappointing result right now for Warren. They felt like this was a ball game they ought to be able to control with Drake Jones on the mound, and hopefully they'll be able to come through here late and pull that one out.
And, of course, we watched the Lumberjacks play this weekend. We watched them twice. They actually played 3 games. Won 2 of them, beat Dollarway in a technical non-conference game, if you read our report, 5-4 in the first game. And then they also beat Norflet. And what was the final in that one? It was 7-1. 7-1 was the final in that one. And they end up losing, I believe, 7-1.
To Hamburg. To another conference opponent in a non-conference game. That ball game was, I believe, I want to say 2-1 in the 4th inning, and with 2 outs, Hamburg scored 5 runs. So kind of a deal where Warren was running a little bit low on pitching on the day and just wasn't meant to be. But a 2nd-place finish for a young Lumberjack ball club was a big deal this weekend at the Sea Arc Slugfest. We're
going to send it back down to the field for the bottom of the 3rd. Lady Jacks, again, need 2 runs to hang in there and keep from being mercy ruled in this ball game. But a chance to improve and just work on the fundamentals here.
They'll definitely, and they'll be able to come back and play a JV game right after this one, get some of these other young ladies some work.
Here's the pitch. That ball is low to number 34, Marty McMurray, at the plate for the Lady Jacks. Here's the pitch from Vaughn. Check swing. And she holds up, so the count is now.
Well, he called that a strike.
Actually, did call that a strike. Okay. Vaughn set. McMurray at the plate for the Lady Jacks. Fouled off to the right side. Again, bottom of the 3rd. Lady Jacks down by the score of 16-0 to the DeWitt Dragonetts, and they need 2 runs at least here in the bottom of the third to stay alive in this one, or else even if they score one won't do it. They will be mercy ruled 15-3, and that is a strike, and she is tagged out for the first out of the inning. And
the big deal right here, Rob, DeWitt's had the benefit. They got to see Lauren Bennett's pitching from the mound a number of at-bats. Warren hasn't even made it a complete time through the lineup yet.
Yeah.
They're getting no hit right now going into their 8-hole hitter.
And that's a big problem. When the opponents have been through their lineup twice and you haven't been through yours once, that's an issue.
Exactly.
Again, Vaughn set for DeWitt. That pitch, Reagan May at the plate for the Lady Jacks, number 1. She has now an 0-1 count with 1 down in the bottom of the third. That pitch, a strike, and Vaughn really feeling it right now, getting into her rhythm.
Going in here to the third, she struck out 4, gotten 2 ground outs, did walk Hannah Weeks in the top of the second. Weeks was thrown out trying to steal second.
That pitch, a called strike. Actually, she swung at that one. I apologize. So that is strike 3. 2 outs now in the bottom of the third. Let's see, up next is number 20, Peyton Sledge, the left fielder, who's made a nice play today out in left field. And Peyton Sledge, obviously a pretty solid left fielder, has played a lot of softball in the past, and she's one of those players that you feel confident putting out there. She's going to give a lot of effort. Here's the pitch from Vaughn. Inside, nice eye. So 1-0 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 16-0 DeWitt, beating the Lady Jacks right now.
Score update from the baseball field. DeWitt's now up 4-0 in the top of the fourth.
That pitch bounces off the front of the plate for a ball. So with 2 outs here, you need to get Peyton on the base paths, and then you would be, of course, back to the top of the order with Chrissy Dyer on deck. That pitch, a strike called. So, again, need 2 runs. The Lady Jacks need 2 runs here to stay alive. The mercy rule is 15 after 3, and this is the bottom of the inning. That pitch, a called strike. And Chris, we've talked about this before. Softball very different from high school baseball in the fact that you really can survive with really one pitcher.
You can, and this young lady for DeWitt, and it's strike 3 there, struck out the side to end the ball game. This young lady on the mound may make every start this year for DeWitt, and that's what a lot of teams with strong starting pitchers do.
I believe that is it. As you can see, both teams starting to come out to shake hands.
We got 15 after 5 here.
Yeah, we're going to take
15 after 3.
Yeah, 16-0. The final. Lady Jacks drop the opening conference matchup to the DeWitt Dragonetts. We are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with your SaloonRiverTV.com post-game report, brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. For over 2 years, SalineRiverChronicle.com has been the fastest growing news source in Bradley County. Currently, SalineRiverChronicle.com gets around 15,000 page views per week. It's the only local news source in Bradley County that provides fast-breaking news, full-color photography, and live video coverage through the new SalineRiverTV.com. And guess what else? SalineRiverChronicle.com is updated every single day. That's right, it's a daily local news source. Help us spread the word about SalineRiverChronicle.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the SalineRiverTV.com post-game report brought to you by the 56th Annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Well, Chris, the Jacks drop a first conference game to the DeWitt Dragonetts. Lady Jacks do by the score of 16-0. Tough game to take if you're a Lady Jack.
It was disappointing finish. Disappointing with some of the mistakes. Of course, DeWitt hit the softball. I mean, they did what they needed to do to win. Right now, it's pretty safe to say that on March the 5th, DeWitt the better softball team. Warren's young. New coach in place. He's trying to rebuild a solid foundation with this club, Jack Keith, and they'll be okay. They'll be okay. They'll get better as the year goes on. And we were under the impression they were playing a game tomorrow, Rob. We were told when we got here that the Hermitage game's been canceled for tomorrow. So I'm not real sure what the rest of their schedule is for this week, but they'll be better off going forward. They'll learn from this ball game and get better from here.
And, of course, we will, as planned right now, just stick with SalineRiverChronicle.com for the schedule, but as planned right now, we will be covering next Tuesday's, not tomorrow, but next Tuesday's game against DeWitt, and that is going to be carried live. Drew Central. I'm still on DeWitt here. I apologize. We are going to be live from Monticello to cover that game with Drew Central. The Lady Jacks will travel over there. So check it out. Watch it on SalineRiverTV.com. Do we have an update, Chris, on the boys?
We've got DeWitt up 5-0 in the top of the fourth. So Warren's got some work to do there in the baseball game, their conference opener.
That game also seems to be moving pretty quick if they started about the same time as we did here. Of course, stick with SalineRiverChronicle.com and SalineRiverTV.com for the most news, daily news, and up-to-date that you can get in the River region. We'll try to have a soccer score for you tonight as well as the Lumberjack soccer team, I believe, taking on rival Monticello. So big game for and possibly a chance to get a big win, first win for the Lumberjack soccer program. But remember, next week, next Tuesday, will be our next streamcast for Lady Jack softball. But next Monday, I believe, if I'm correct, don't take my word for it because I don't keep up with my schedules too well sometimes, Chris. But next Monday, we will have the Warren City Council meeting live on SalineRiverTV.com. For Saline River Chronicle and SalineRiverTV.com, I'm Rob Reap. Chris, once again, thank you for joining us.
We enjoyed it. Had a good time. Hope everybody tunes in next Tuesday.
Yeah, great to have all of you with us. Join us again next time on SalineRiverTV.com. Have a great day, everybody.